Hey, crime spies! Welcome back to the Crime Vault. Get ready for shocking cases and chilling mysteries. Let's dive into the dark side of human nature together. Elsie Wigington lives in Amherst County, Virginia with her new husband, Frederick Wigington Jr. From her first marriage, she has two children, Sativa, who is 24, and Carlito, who is 20. They live with their father, Elsie's ex-husband. As a child, Elsie was in the foster care system and moved around the Amherst County area frequently. Despite the challenges, she formed lasting friendships, including one with Tracy Coleman. According to her friend Tracy, Elsie is kind, hardworking, and was an amazing mom to her children. Her kids were her world. Sativa, her daughter, describes Elsie as thoughtful and caring. Despite being a foster child, Elsie worked hard and eventually became the director of nursing at Fairmont Crossing Health Rehabilitation Center in Amherst. Although the job was tiring and stressful, she found it fulfilling and enjoyed the work. Around 3:30 p.m. on June 26, 2023, Elsie's husband reported her missing. He told authorities that he last saw Elsie the evening before on June 25th. At that time, she was wearing pajamas and packing. Elsie was also reported missing by her workplace later that same day at around 5:40 p.m. According to Tracy, Elsie last called her on June 23rd, crying and saying that she would be going to Maryland. Sativa last heard from her mother on June 25th, when she had asked for a recipe. Although her mother didn't answer the phone, she responded via text. The following day, Sativa tried to contact her mother again but was unable to reach her. In the weeks that followed, several people reported Elsie missing, including her sister Victoria Seal and her ex-husband. According to Elsie's family, no action was taken in response to the missing person reports. The police department believed that Elsie had left voluntarily and that she was fine, so they did not consider it a serious concern. According to her friend, Elsie would not have left on her own because she had built her life around her career as a nurse and her family. Her children were especially important to her, and she was deeply committed to both her job and her family. Her daughter also says that her mother would never have missed important family events, such as her grandson's birthday. Despite several holidays passing, there has no been sign of Elsie. Her ex-husband filed another missing person report around Christmas of 2023. However, the family says there was still no progress in the investigation. For almost 6 months, there were no updates or actions taken regarding Elsie's disappearance. In January 2024, Sheriff Jimmy Ayers, who had retired in 2015, assumed office again. Upon learning about Elsie's disappearance, he took immediate action. The new sheriff and his team began actively investigating the case. Despite the challenges of retracting Elsie's steps from over a year ago, they remained determined and committed, doing everything they could to uncover new leads and resolve the case. While Elsie's family and friends aren't sure what happened to her, they won't stop pushing for answers. Elsie married Frederick in 2019. By June 2020, she filed for divorce because Frederick was allegedly still seeing his ex-wife, Patricia Wigington. However, Elsie wanted to work things out and decided not to proceed with the divorce. According to her sister, there was violence, verbal abuse, mental abuse, and financial exploitation, with Frederick essentially draining Elsie's finances. He even forged Elsie's signature to transfer the title of her home into his name. Additionally, he staged a robbery in September of 2019, during which he took all of Frederick's guns, Elsie's jewelry, home decor, and other personal property. A year later, Elsie confided in her loved ones that she feared for her life and was planning to move to Maryland to start a new life. According to their neighbors, they saw the couple fighting outside until they went inside, and that was the last time they ever saw Elsie. Just a couple of days later, Frederick's ex-wife moved into Elsie's home. On August 14, 2024, the Amherst County Sheriff's Office in Virginia announced that the likely remains of Elsie Wigington had been found under a slab of concrete on the property she had shared with her husband, Frederick Wigington Jr. After a month of searching the couple's property, Sheriff Ayer decided to conduct another search at Elsie's previous residence. There, they discovered what seemed to be her remains. On August 20, 2024, it was confirmed that the remains were indeed those of Elsie. This confirmation brought a tragic resolution to the ongoing search for her, as authorities and her loved ones had been seeking answers for an extended period. Over a year has passed since Elsie was last seen, and now her family is finally starting to get some answers. Although their hope that Elsie might still be alive was not realized, the discovery of her body brings a sense of closure. With this confirmation, her family can begin to process their grief and start the healing process. The discovery helps them understand what happened and allows them to move forward even though it is a painful step. Frederick Wigington Jr. has now been charged with first-degree murder and concealment of a firearm. The Amherst County Sheriff, Jimmy Ayers, has indicated that additional charges are likely to follow. This means that as the investigation continues, more legal actions may be taken against Wigington Jr. These additional charges could come as more evidence is uncovered or as the case develops further. He is currently being held at the Blue Ridge Regional Jail without the option of bail. This means that he cannot be released from jail until his court proceedings are completed. The decision to deny bail is often made when authorities believe there is a significant risk that the person might flee or pose a danger to the community. In this case, it ensures that he remains in custody while the legal process continues. The family believes that Frederick Wigington Jr. was not acting alone, both during Elsie's disappearance and in the cover-up. They think that the others may have been involved in hiding the truth or helping him avoid detection. The family wants everyone who played a role in this crime to be held accountable for their actions. They are seeking justice not only for Elsie, but also for those who may have contributed to the case. Elsie Wigington was a victim of domestic violence and was trying to leave her husband before she went missing. She had been planning to start a new life away from him due to the abuse she suffered. Unfortunately, her death was caused by a gunshot wound. Elsie Wigington's family is still going through the healing process after learning that her remains have been found. They are dealing with grief and sadness of losing her, as well as the pain of finally knowing what happened to her. Although finding her remains has brought some closure, it is a difficult time for them. They are working through their emotions and trying to support each other as they cope with this tragic news and begin to heal from their loss. A vigil was held at the Amherst courthouse to honor the life of Elsie Wigington. Family members, friends, and other people gathered to pay respect and remember Elsie. The vigil was a time for those who knew her and cared about her to come together, show their support, and reflect on her life. The event served as a time to remember Elsie Wigington and honor her memory. It was also an opportunity to raise awareness about domestic violence, highlighting the serious issue that led to her tragic death. By coming together, people not only paid tribute to Elsie, but also educated others about the dangers of domestic abuse and the importance of seeking help. The event aimed to bring attention to this critical issue and encourage support for those affected by similar situations. Elsie Wigington was a nurse, mother, grandmother, sister, and friend who was known for her love of dancing and spending time with her family. She was remembered as a joyful and caring person. Tragically, her vibrant life was cut short when she was only 45 years old. Thanks for watching. Remember, behind every case are real people. We honor their stories with respect and care. Your empathy is appreciated. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content. Catch you next time!